Here's part 2 of the C10 update. As you can see, me and Matt got the engine out today. Wasn't too bad. One of the big reasons of pulling the engine was there's an oil leak. It's leaked ever since the swap, and I assumed it might have been the rear main seal back here. It does look a little rusty. It ended up really not being the rear main seal like we thought it was. It ended up being just this bolt right here. Looks like it just needs some sealant. So we're going to drain the oil, put some sealant in it, fill it back up, and see if it holds. This other bolt over here, see right there, is completely dry. So it's just been weeping from here and coming down through the middle. So it's really hard to tell. But it always leaves like a little tiny pool of oil, which is not great when you do an engine swap. Pretty much a brand new engine. You don't want it to leak any oil. So, well, since we get the engine out, you see the ICT billet brackets. How those fit in there. High pressure pump. Got the 4-wire fuel sensor. Oops. Then this is an LT4 drive, which really the LT1 wire pump is the same as an LT4 pump. You can tell an LT1 versus a Corvette wire pump. The Corvette mounts the alternator up here. The bracket's built onto the wire pump. So if your alternator is down low and your compressor's on this side, you most likely have the LT1 wire pump, which works, and like I said, is the same as the LT4 wire pump for Camaro accessories. Right here you can see the ICT billet power steering pump add-on. This uses a 2011 L99, which is a 6.2 Camaro engine power steering pump. Uses an 8-rib pulley. This is made by Dorman. So this setup, all in all, you probably have about $400 to adding the power steering pump. But I had a billet specialties drive for this, and it didn't fit because for whatever reason they decided to mount the alternator way down low and out to the side, and that hit the frame of my truck. Well, not hit it, it'd be in the middle of the frame. There's no way to make that work. It'll work in Chevelles. That's about all they could tell me it fits. But looking on here, you see how ugly the firewall is? This is actually factory, how they did the undercoating, everything there. So we're going to clean it off the best we can. Matt brought a angle grinder with a wire attachment. See how that does. I'm going to pull off this AC system and go ahead and put a panel in its place. And pull the booster and brake system off of it. Actually, it has a new master cylinder, but it never got painted, so it's completely rusted on the outside. So I'm going to clean that stuff up. I want to paint this satin, the Firewall satin black, and that'll look really good. And redo all the wiring, get rid of anything we don't need, and do some more experimenting. These are the mounts we had on it. When I added the alternator down low, I had to grind on this in my driveway, the angle grinder, which is really hard to do with the engine in, so that's why that looks like crap. But this is something we came up with to see if it would work. We kind of boxed in this section to add strength, but I'm not sure if that's enough, because a factory mount went from the top of here and bolted down here, so you have a nice angle to it. We removed it and used this system because this allows me to move the engine forward and back, up and down very easily, because I knew I'd be probably throwing different drivetrains and stuff in this. So unfortunately I can't make a mount to release to you guys. I just don't think that's a strong enough mount. Even if this was all in one, it bolted here, came down, it isn't triangulated enough, I believe. So But I'll get the mount made for the transmission cable. So you see this setup. This bolts to your transmission, and then I'll finish this up. And we'll make it bolt from here to here, and bend it, and then this will just install there, off to the side. Have a nice bend that bolts right in. Then I'll get all the dimensions made and stuff, make it look real nice. So we'll come out with that. And what else? Pull the dash. Start pulling it apart. It's my factory old cluster. Here's the NVU gauges. Got these through Summit on the Black. They had kind of a Black Friday sale, so I got these gauges about $150 off, maybe even more. But they look top notch. It's really high quality. It comes with the mounts for the square body. Now I'll show you guys how I'm going to get everything to read. How you add a wire temp sensor and stuff like that. I can show you that. I'll go ahead and show that real quick. Get a lot of questions on that. So pretty simple. You see your oil filter right here. So you're going to replace two pieces to get oil pressure and wire temp. So see this big Allen plug? You'll use a head of a bolt, kind of rig it up because it's such a big Allen. Remove this. ICT billet makes a replacement that's tapped for 3/8 MPT, so you can then put a 3/8 MPT wire temp sensor in there, which is what most kits come with. So that's your wire temp done. It's out of the way, won't see it. Next, ICT makes a block off here, or I should say a bypass, with the same 3/8 MPT, so you can thread your oil sender into it. Oh, sorry, I've been sick for a week. So that'll get you oil pressure, wire temp. Next two things you need is your speed and RPM. So you can use a Dakota Digital STA 1000 module, or you can use my muscle car box. It'll spit those out. I'm going to work on my mount here. I had to trim it in the car as well. The header, I put headers on it. It started hitting this pretty bad. So we'll fix that. And this is with the vacuum pump removed and your two plugs. This is a Holley oil pan. So it's worked out fine besides that one leak, and it's not the oil pan's fault. But that's about it. Nothing wrong with this engine at all. I'm actually going to put it for sale. I got a 6.2 over there. It's going to go in it in the 8-speed. So if anyone's interested, let me know. It has a stage 2 cam in it. Supercharger is not included unless you want to pay extra for it. You can always get another one. But that's all I got for today. Thanks for watching.